Mia's copied this, so that's the original one. We only had one, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was. Is it that side?
This side.
This side, and it fits on here through these. And then now he's built this one. That's going to all get welded up, and it'll have the same situation on it. A little clamp on the end. This is a bit rough. So, but it's exactly the same. It's basically a copy of the other one.
Yeah.
So that's looking good. Like I say, the engine's in. So we've done this. I've done this one as well. Welded all the way along the side here. And we were thinking about this just now. So this one's bolted on, and it's all cut off ready now. We've had to adapt this a little bit. What I've done is welded these flat washers and the bolts through it so that we can take the arches off. Because now we made this edge piece here, you could put your finger up where this piece is now. You could put your finger up the back, because now it's in, you can't. So we've re-welded it in. It's only tack welded in. So that's looking good. And what we're thinking is, if we buy these strips, what we'll do, they're probably about 1.5 inches wide, I'm not sure exactly. And what we'll do is come right up to the end. That way we don't need to lead load this. We'll bring them right up to the edge, because what you don't want to do is slip off that round piece. So as you can see there, it's a bit shy. So what I'll do is I'll get some of this half moon now, and I'll build a piece that fits directly onto that. It'll come out, and I'll shape it kind of rounded to there. And I'll do the same on this one. This one's a tiny bit shy as well, but I had to get the basics on it. So you can see where that's on a bit of an angle. I'll bring a piece in, it'll come round a little bit. And I'll show you what that looks like when I put the arch back on. It's not bolted in yet. This is now bolted on. So what we'll do now, as you can see, once we tighten this up, it's not bolted in at the moment. There's a couple of little things we have to do. We have to take that piece out there. So you can see it's not bolted in, it just fell. And the same here, I'm going to take this little piece out so this can sit flatter against here. This little white one. So when we take this down to clean it and paint it, we'll take these edges out. In fact, we don't need them anyway. I'll cut them both off, I think, you can see there. So yeah, but that basically, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'll get that's sound that bolt in it.
Yeah.
Hang on. That's it. Yeah. So, I don't know why it's. It's here. So it's got to go up that way. That's it. Yeah. So there we go. Looks good. And again, we'll cut that little piece off there. So I've got these done now. They're all cut off at the right height all the way along, and they're put back on. So I can take this off and then cap these like I talked about. But the first thing I want to do is make a piece for the end here. So I've got a little piece here, and what I'll do now is I'll shape it so it fits into that corner and sits up against there. So I'll just need to do a little bit at a time and push it in and out and see how we get on, and then I can weld it in place and fill this piece in, and maybe a little bit at the back. No, by the time the plate goes across here, you'll not see that piece. And I'll put probably rubber in it as well to stop it chafing, even though it'll be on bolts. So I'll crack on with this bit, get that cleaned up and get it to fit nice. And you can see here, this has all got to be lead loaded. You can see where the arch has been made. So when I get my lead from the UK, I'll get that done as well. It needs a little bit of work on it. There's a wee dent there in a few places, so I'll get that sorted out. Get it all up in line. I think this needs trimming as well, probably a little bit there. Anyway, let's see how we get on. So I did this one yesterday. You see it's really quite a nice fit in there, but there's a little bit more. I've got to work on it a little bit more, but I think I'll put a rubber gasket in there as well. But it's all in line now, and it's a nice tight fit compared to how it was. And then I've done this side as well. I've still got to finish these up, but again, you can see it's a nice tight fit. I've got to do some more welding, and then this piece goes across here. So Looks pretty nice, I think, from the side. So what I've got to do now is where those clamps are on it, I've got to bolt through into it. But I think that looks pretty nice. Pretty happy with that. So I'll take them off, or I'll clean them up, take them off, paint them, hammerite underneath, keep them in good condition, and then we can start maybe putting the back on it and see how it looks from there. But quite happy with that so far. I've fitted a end cap to all of them on the back and the bottom there. And same here. They all got caps on them. And I'll show you a quick, easy little method. Save your fingers and holding it in a pair of mold grips, because obviously the caps are tiny. I'll show you a little trick that I use. I want to put a little cap in there. Obviously, if you try to cut that, it'd be very difficult. So basically all you need to do is just put it in. Take a little tack on it, and then cut it probably the right place. Knock it down. And get yourself a cap. So that's a couple of panels already done. Right, there's the steps, the side steps. That'll do the job. Oh, yeah, I can see better now where I need to make it better. But there's the side steps, and we'll put them on tomorrow and see how they look. So that's the side on. I found this is stuff they use on minis on the side edging, and I've just put that in there just now just to see how it's going to look. It's not bolted there yet, you can see. What I will have to do is obviously have to fabricate that, because you can see right down through it, and then we can make this fit. As you can see, it's a really nice tight fit in there, and it comes right around the side. I think it'll be a nice finish to it. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. Very happy with it. The good thing about the white primer is you can see all the problems. Like you can see here, it's not rolled correctly. This is good, and then it's been nipped here when we've gone around the corner, so we can redo that or lead load it. But the white primer really shows all that shit up. Any issue, you can see there again, it's flattened there and it's sharp there. So we can fix all those problems, because what I want to do is highlight these bead rolled edges in whatever colour, whatever the colours are we use. It'll be two-tone, but I want to accentuate those bits. Again, you can see here and here, it's not quite formed quite right, but we can do that with a hammer and dolly. And then internally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some pink foam, it's 3 centimeters deep, and I'll make individual squares to put in each one of these. So I'll get a bunch of it while Amir's away. He's away today, put them in there, and then when I put the inside of the drop side on, it'll stop it rattling, because otherwise it'll be a bit tinny. And I'll just stick the foam to the metal, but it'll all be pre-done, and then when I put the outside on, we paint it all in one shot. Then the top, I'm thinking with the top, I would have liked a tubular on the top and then made a 45 pitcher here for it, so that as the tailgate comes up, you can see where it would fit there. But I mean, I could even do it in a wood maybe, I don't know, and then put a router through it so it kind of sits over this. So if you imagine the round would be here, and then we just put a router joint in it and then drop it over the top. That might be a thought, but being wood, it would probably, I guess if it was varnished it'd be alright. Depends on what we do with the back in here. Anyway, it's I think you agree, it's coming on nice. But the white really helps us with looking at things. We used to use a kind of beige primer, beige primer, and we've used the light grey as well, but the white just really helps to get a definition on what we're looking for. So yeah, I think it'll be alright. So on that note, Mia's away, and I'll post up bits that I'm doing. Obviously I've got to make the rear clamp, this rear shell here, that's not done yet. I'll put all the sides on and check everything out. The rods have to be done with the magnets on them so that they flick in and out here to support the sides as they come down. So there's still quite a lot to do. That rocker cover's got to be done, and the cab, so we're still yonks away from getting it done, but it's coming on. I'm really pleased with it so far. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and enjoy the summer, and be good to each other. Take care.